Morning.
Morning.
Are you grating a potato?
So out of tune. Morning, morning, morning. Sorry.
Are you grating a potato?
I am. I'm grating a potato because I'm going to make. You are going to be such a happy boy. So happy. So happy. I think you'll be jumping up and down for joy and generally lots of happiness.
I'm intrigued.
I'm making cheese and onion slices, but with leek.
Is that an homage to Greggs because they're opening some of their stores?
Yes, sort of. Well, yes. Do you like a cheese and onion slice with Greggs? Do you?
Partial to a cheese. Yeah, not, every now and again.
Or do you prefer the steak bake?
Don't think I've ever had one.
No, I've not. I've only ever had a cheesy thing from them.
How about the vegan thing they do?
No, I just wouldn't do that. The vegan
That's
sausage
wrong,
roll.
isn't it?
It's wrong because sausage roll. I mean, they're very popular. They're very popular. But I personally, I wouldn't go for that. I'd go for, I mean, if it's vegan, so you can't have cheese. But I would go for the cheese and onion slice. I've had them twice in Greggs. Twice. Once was lovely. The second time was just terrible. So the consistency wasn't there. But I think, we'll see what we can do today. This might be terrible, you never know. You might be writing into Greggs and complaining. There's banging going on. You hear that banging? Banging? Neighbours are
No,
having
workmen,
something.
not the neighbours.
No, the neighbours, not the neighbours. The neighbours are lovely, sorry. No, I meant the neighbours are having work done. That's what I meant to say. It's not the neighbours banging.
Anyway.
Go back to grating my potato. Alright, I'm going to grate it. So, I'm grating it with this thing. This is like a mandolin-y thing. It scares the pants off me. So I don't like mandolins and I've never owned one because they scare me too much. So this is kind of close to one, but I do have a hand guard and I'm not going any further than that because it's just too scary. It's very sharp and very scary. So that goes in there and I don't touch that again. So in here, my lovely, I have grated some, I start again, honestly, I've been totally sideswiped by the banging neighbours. I have sliced some leek, I fried it in some butter with some dried thyme and softened it. And then I've added this potato into it. And I'm just going to put that butter through it and just give it a couple of minutes on the heat, okay? And then I'm going to let that cool. No, I'll tell you what, I was just talking completely. I am talking. Start again, John. We just had to cut.
Because of your expletives.
My expletives. And I was laughing too much. Okay, so let me start again.
So
leek.
What I'd better not do is mention banging neighbours.
So leeks are sliced, cooked in a little bit of butter. I've grated the potato onto that. There was also a little bit of dried thyme in there as well. So now I'm going to add to that grated cheese, okay? A little bit of, oh, I wasn't going to do that, was I? I was going to put that on top. Oh God, look, I tell you what, I don't know what I'm doing today. I tell you, I'm just going to mix it all together. It's just easier, isn't it? Let's just mix it all together. Yes, let's just do that. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to put it on top, but I'm not. I'm just going to pull it all in together. That's what I meant to do. I'll tell you what, let's just put mustard in as well, shall we? What can we do that? No. I'm going to hold on the mustard. But I am going to put some parmesan in as well. If anybody at any point in this video actually knows what's going on, if they could just let me know, that would be great. I completely lost track. All right, so what is in here, John? Should we just do a little recap?
I think we need to.
I sliced the leek in the butter. I cooked it. I softened it. I added some dried thyme to it. Then I took it off the heat. I've added grated potato to it. It's an old potato. It's a Mary's Piper. It's not a new potato-y thing. I've then added lots of grated strong cheddar to it and some parmesan. And now I'm going to add a tiny bit of salt, but and loads of black pepper. Loads of black pepper. It'll be really nice in there. Okay. So that is my filling for my cheese and leek slice, aka Greg's. Now, that's going to cool. It won't take long. And I'm going to tell you about the pastry. I am using, again today, my sour cream pastry, which actually I make with yogurt. Long story, but if you watch 2 videos, the chicken pasties, or I think we named it chicken thighs, Lottie's chicken thighs. And then the other one is my apricot frangipane. There's 2 recipes on Insta and on YouTube. Both of those have the sour cream pastry on them, okay? So make the sour cream pastry, you do it all in the food processor. You can do it by hand as well, but it's a very simple recipe and it's a brilliant replacement for puff pastry or rough puff pastry, really, or even short crust. It's a really simple pastry to make. It's flaky, it's lovely, it's light. So that's the pastry I'm going to be using. It's in the fridge. I'm going to pull it out in a second. It's been resting, and then we'll make these lovely pasties. Not pasties, slices.
So the banging stopped.
Peace at last. I'm making 2 just to show you, because otherwise it's very boring if everyone wants to see me making all of them. So I've just cut them into vague, squarey rectangles. I suppose they're rectangles, aren't they? Spreading a little bit of that mustard on the bottom. If you don't want mustard, don't put it in. We like a bit of mustard, don't we? And then I'm going to squeeze.
I suppose you could put pesto in if you wanted.
Good pesto would be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be delicious. That'd be very lovely. So just put some of the mixture, this cheesy potato, squidgy leaky stuff, on top. I might be able to put a bit more on. I hate empty pasties or slices when you get in there and it's just all completely disappeared, all the filling. So we're not going to have that. We're going to have a lovely full slice. There, a bit more here. There we go. Right. So squidge that down and you put the other piece on top, okay, lay it over. There we go, like that. And then just press it down all the way round. Okay, so just press with your fingers initially. Then we're going to get the fork out. So that should squidge down quite well. Okay, all the way round. And just get a fork. And then we're going to do this around the edges.
What does that do?
Yeah, again, it's just pretty. It's crimping. It's what they do. Just get some flour to just put on my fork like that, so it doesn't stick. But also, again, it just helps to seal your bake slice thing. Okay. Can't get into it. All the way around. Again, all the way around there. Want it all to be kept inside. We don't want any
leakage.
Any leakage, exactly. And then I'm just going to quickly crack an egg. And I'm going to beat it up and just, sorry, a bit of a mess, bit of washing up over there. Crack an egg. Find my, did you put it back in the right place again? Oh, well done, look.
It's always in the right place.
So I make a little egg glaze, get my tin with non-stick greaseproof paper, paper don't stick. What did I do in here the other day?
Loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread. Didn't use my paper, thought this was non-stick, it wasn't. Half the bread attached to the bottom of my pan. I mean, that is a rookie mistake. How long have I been cooking for? Good news, if you put a baking tin out in the garden overnight, birds eat it all.
No need to wash it.
Yeah, we put it in the dishwasher. But yeah, no need to chip away. That's the answer. All right, so I'm on here. Then a good egg wash. Then I put that into the oven. I'm going to put them in initially on 120, then I'm going to turn it down to about 180. I don't know how long for. Again, because I've just made this up, we'll have to see. most of my recipes. So come back when they're nicely cooked, and then we'll open them up and there'll be cheese and potato inside. It'll be yummy. Yummy.
You've just been to Greggs, haven't you?
You are so cheeky. You are such a cheeky man.
That's a compliment, by the way.
I know it's a compliment, but I made these all by myself and everything, and you watched me. So you're being very silly.
Let me see the middle.
I'm just picking it up. Just to squidge it. See? Squidge. That's cheese. There's cheese in there, and that's potato, and that's really boiling hot. I'm going to have a go. I tell you what, the smell of this is just blooming lovely. Look, I even got a nice, look, firm bottom too. Golden brown bottom.
You haven't got a soggy bottom.
Not could
No.
Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me, John. That is really good. Now, savoury. Cheesy, savoury, leaky goodness. That little bit of mustard on the bottom has really added to it. And that cheese is melted and just really good. Honestly, I tell you what, Greggs needs to come and have a chat with me, because I think I need to slightly change their recipe. But yeah. Yummy.